Hello and welcome to today's video for the 6th day of December 2016. And we'll take a look at the daily chart for silver as well as mintage on the Mexican Libertad silver coins. And via request, let's take a look at the TSLA stock chart at the conclusion of it, or that will be the order of the three charts in which will be shown. So let's take a look at this daily chart. A little bit of an uptrend over the last few days, but the key word is a little one. It's in this correctionary phase from this downtrend. The 18 moving average, because it's been in here for so long and it's been holding up well recently, is flat, minusculely going higher. But to me, if it's barely going higher, barely going lower, it's flat in my book. And technically, the 18 average of highs just flattened out today. But with that being said, we've gotten one, two, and this is probably going to be the third higher low for the day if it doesn't sell off anytime later on to levels below that point. However, there's been a couple higher highs coming into today, but so far not yet. The volatility only in at 1.2%. So it's like a pause situation within a neutral situation. And not the greatest of spots looking at it that way, but the momentum has been going nice that on the breakout above here, I'd be looking for a move somewhere within the range of about 17 and a third up to about 18 as where resistance would be established for what I'm looking at is that established resistance and breaking out here, maybe coming back, and the things that I'm looking for reversal of trend. And because the momentum has been looking nice recently, if this thing ultimately fails and is unable to hold and break down below here, then you got this failed breakout. She's not looking good. You're probably going to at least have a test at this point, but more realistically, even breaking 16 on that if situation. But that's why you want to wait till the break below here. It's in, of course, the upper end of this neutral range. So, and as far as Silver Eagles are concerned, yesterday was the first December minted on the U.S. Mintage webpage. 140,000 is the first for December. This is from Wikipedia, so I'm not too sure exactly how accurate the data is, but it's usually pretty good on there. And this is the Mexican Libertad. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, and I'm thinking I did. It's not including the proof ones, but those numbers are so low, it would barely increase these numbers as it is. And this is millions of ounces sold. So the record is 1992 at about 2.5 million. I'm not that familiar with the coin. I have a couple in my possession. I have no idea what year they are. I do know that they're not from these years because they were bought in this time. However, I do notice that in 2008, it had a nice large increase, its highest point since this level. And then its third highest mintage in 2009, with this year being pretty good as well. But it doesn't have the similar kind of effects that you're getting on other ones, like you would with the Australian one, the Canadian one, and the United States one. I'm impressed with the amount that were sold when the spot price of silver was so damn cheap that you'd be a fool, or at least unaware, not to buy it. And for pretty much everyone, unaware, because I had no idea there was such a thing of a spot price for silver back in this day. And I would have been old enough to understand such a thing as I was in college in here. Anyway, this is the mintage for that. So let's move this on to Tulsa Motors via request. As we'll take a look at the pretty much the entire range of it, with the exception of a few months beforehand. There's no dates on here, but this is 2011 starting March 13th, and this is as of 10:14 a.m. today. So there's really three different trends within this. First, it was going sideways in a range large increase and then been going sideways ever since for about 3+ years now. And Mike Maloney did a video on this, I remember, a few months back. I think this is a car he mentioned he's driving and seeing it as the future move of automobiles as it moves into the future. Now, if you know this confidently that it's going to be doing well, it makes it a lot easier to be buying these things when it's in the correctionary phase than it would be going up in here. Because I've heard so many people talk about buying at all-time highs and you just want to be careful. I want to clarify that up a bit. When you're talking about buying at all-time highs when it's been well above this 18 average band for quite some time, yeah, that might be the case. However, when you see that it's breaking out, and this is what technical analysis is so cool, and it's now above, say, 300, 310, and it's at all-time highs, no, I wouldn't be too... That's where it's safer to do such because you're trying to buy on the early stages of a breakout. That's what the whole key point is. Now, if you're looking on fundamental analysis, I don't want to buy at 310. I want to buy now at 184. Isn't that cheaper? It's much cheaper, yeah. And if you're right, that would be the better call. So fundamentally, if you know that it's the right play, then you would do such. And I'm not going to give you any answers. But one thing you also want to think of, even if you know that this is going to be the future, is there anything in the banks that can't stop them from maybe testing a key Fibonacci point in the low 100 area? If you know that to be the case, maybe you'd want to wait or buy in different levels. But I am impressed on how you can see these situations where you just have massive gains, a break of like 40. Next thing you know, it doesn't have a red candle until it's close to 200. So interesting movements to say the least. And if you have any requests, I'll take a look at them. If it's easy to do, not a problem. Take care and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.